Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Coaster Chall, YouTube channel Donkster Bob, built for theme park news, and welcome to another Coaster Chall's top 5. Now, this was actually suggested by somebody in the comments down below. You know who you are, thank you very, very much. He said, why don't you do a count up of your Thorpe Park rides and attractions, or something along those lines. Can't remember off the top of my head exactly. So this video is going to be my top 5 Thorpe Park rides and attractions. Now I will do a separate top 5 video in the future for Thorpe Park coasters, similar to what I've done with Alton Towers coasters and Blackpool Pleasure Beach coasters. So that'll be a separate top 5 video in the future, but this one's just going to be currently operating other rides and attractions. So let's start off then with number 5 with Zodiac. Now this actually replaced and was a relocation of a temporary enterprise, like a retheme and relocation of a temporary enterprise that was added to the park to sort of compensate with the ride lineup after the Thorpe Park fire. Then the next season it was permanent, it was relocated to the Lost City where it operated, it was painted up all nice, looked up, and it was named Vortex. Now this is it's one of the better enterprises that I've done out of this and the Enterprise at Alton Towers. But it's definitely got that sweet sensation, you know, you're strapped in on that metal car. Basically, if you don't know how enterprises work, and John Worthy explained about this in his video, you know, you stay grounded and it's centrifugal force that's keeping you in your seat. So it's a very clever way of keeping you in your seat with just like a metal door, and that's it. No seat belt or anything, just literally a metal door, and you're just in that car by yourself, or whoever's in that car with you. It's centrifugal force or centripetal force keeping it down. So again, it's a very clever attraction. One of the classics of the amusement park industry, and it's definitely a great ride. Moving on then to number 4 on our list, and this title belongs to Rush, the S&S Screaming Swing. Now this ride is an incredible airtime machine. It's right up there with the Devil Rocks, the Frisbee rides. It's right up there as one of the big airtime flat rides in the park, and I definitely think it's one of the best flat rides in the park, in my opinion. The best flat ride is at number 3, which I'll talk about in a minute. But Rush just has that, when it goes backward and forward, it always gives you that sort of lifting sensation, sort of lifting up. And I'm standing on my tippy toes when I do that. Woo! But no, it's a good attraction, really great attraction, and I think it was a great move to put this flat ride in the park. Rush over there at Thorpe Park. So moving on then to number 3, the best flat ride in the park, and 3rd in our overall other rides and attractions at Thorpe Park list, top 5 list, and that is of course Samurai, the Mondale Top Scan, previously located from Chessington World of Adventures Resort. They was involved in a swap deal with the sister park Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park sent over Eclipse, their old wheel. It became Peaking Heights, Chessington World of Adventures. That is now gone. That's now been officially removed from Chessington World of Adventures. Thorpe Park still have their end of the deal, Samurai. Not sure how long that's going to have left. Obviously, it's been operating very well, but of course, with one side of the trade deal gone, when's it going to be the second part of the trade deal going from the other park? So I don't know. I don't think it'll be soon before it's gone. I think it'll still operate for quite a while yet, but. Yeah, Samurai, Mondale Top Scan, it's brilliant. I never got to experience it at Chessington, however I have experienced it a couple of times at Thorpe Park, and the couple of times that I've been to Thorpe Park, and it's definitely a brilliant flat ride. It sort of feels a bit like a human tumble dryer, a bit like Slammer, if you know what I mean, the defunct Slammer. It feels like that twisting tumble dryer sensation when the seats twist by itself, even though you've been spun round maybe one way and then the other way, but the seats are sort of spinning around 360 degrees at some points as well. So again, it's a really again, like the Enterprise and stuff like that, it's a really clever ride system, and I definitely think it's one of the cleverer rides, flat rides in the country, if not Europe, in my opinion. Moving on then to number 2, this is the best water ride at Thorpe Park in my opinion. That is Tidal Wave, the Shoot the Chutes ride that opened in the year 2000. Now this, of course, is the same year as the Thorpe Park fire. This is the the big one. You know, this was the big investment in the same year as the Thorpe Park fire, and it was sort of the beginning really of the transformation from classic family park to modern thrill park for the Thorpe Park Resort. And I do feel as if Tidal Wave has that really emotional connection to me, just for that reason, just the fact that it was the last investment before the Thorpe Park fire, and you know, the last investment of that technical family park era, and then the fire happened, and then every investment after the fire was of course that thrill park era. But Tidal Wave, great ride. You get absolutely soaked. I'm not going to spoil the layout, but those of you who haven't experienced Tidal Wave or haven't experienced Thorpe Park yet, please go to Thorpe Park. I highly recommend it. It's one of the best parks in the UK. It's made some questionable decisions in the past. I think I sort of take back that video that I did about my real reaction. I did 2 videos on the 2019 investments. I did my reaction, my positive reaction, and then my rant reaction, my real reaction. And I think I was a little bit hard. I'm not going to take it down just because I think it's really entertaining. It's entertaining for you lot, hopefully. But I think some of the words I said maybe I take back now with how it's been invested and how it's been operated, because Jungle Escape's been getting some great reviews, and so has Bouncezilla, in terms of having a laugh. So I think there's technically real, and Game Effect's been getting some alright reviews and mixed reviews and stuff like that, but I still think you don't need to play games at a theme park. So it's been alright overall. I think the one thing we need to judge now is Fright Nights, and I think hopefully we'll get investment information on that this summer, fingers crossed. So there we go. So back to Tidal Wave. Like I said, please go down to Thorpe Park and try it out. It's one of the wettest rides in the world. It's definitely the wettest ride in the country and the wettest ride in Europe, if not one of the wettest in the world. It's amazing. You get such a splash effect. I got soaked on it. Please go and try it out. The number one other ride and attraction at Thorpe Park Resort, at number 1 of course, it is Darren Brown's Ghost Train. Now this was created by various companies including Intamin, Simworks and Figment Productions. It originally opened in 2016. It replaced the old Thorpe Park Arena. It used to host a Spider-Man show, etc. And it also had the Chief Ranger Carousel, one of the last memories of the classic days of the Thorpe Park Rangers. Of course, Mr. Monkey's the only one left in the park, I believe. There's like a Miss Fungle's Driving Safari sort of car in the Nemesis Inferno shop. I'm not sure whether that's still there or not. If so, thank God. But in terms of actual Rangers, then it's Mr. Monkey. But the Chief Ranger Carousel, deconstructed around the fence. The arena was deconstructed as well for this massive new dark ride just behind the big building for X, or otherwise now known as Walking Dead The Ride. The Walking Dead The Ride, should we say. Hopefully that name gets changed at some point. I would like, if they're going to keep the Walking Dead theme, I'd like to see a more inventive name. Like maybe call the ride Sanctum and just theme it to The Walking Dead. Or just call it The Walking Dead Sanctum. Maybe take the name from the old Failing Scare Maze, and then maybe when the Walking Dead sponsorship goes out, create an original zombie theme for it and just call it Sanctum. It's so easy. But I don't know. Well, I'll have to see what happens with that. But back to Darren Brown's Ghost Train. Many people will have mixed reviews in its first year. Obviously, I didn't do it in its first year. I could only do the upgrade in 2017 when it became Darren Brown's Ghost Train Rise of the Demon. And you know what? I think it's a pretty good dark ride. It's one of my favourite dark rides in my opinion. I think it got better. I heard some of the mixed reviews from the first year operators. So when I found out I was going in 2017, I was like, right, I'm gonna sort of pick out those negatives and try and find them in this upgraded version. To be honest, I really couldn't spot anything. I think it was definitely an upgrade on what I saw from the original attraction, from POVs, videos, images, inside and outside, etc. I think it's definitely an improvement on the first year it operated. It was definitely a mixed year. Of course, it was kept getting delayed, hashtag unavailable, that's how it started. And it's a brilliant dark ride. I think it's got a real story to it. Sometimes I still don't know how it's done, how they did that with the Victorian train carriage, and then it comes out and it becomes like a modern in the train station. It's so confusing. But it's definitely a really great dark ride experience, and of course that means it sits number 1 on my currently operating other rides and attractions at Thorpe Park Resort. There we go then, so thank you very much for watching this video. Obviously, if it was overall historical rides and attractions, you'd be seeing the likes of Loggers Leap in this list and Slammer in this list. So yeah, sorry about that. So thank you very much for watching this YouTube video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now, guys, my name is Coaster Chall, YouTube channel, belongs to Born but built for theme park news. Keep living the Coaster Episodes, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.